Good evening and welcome to Sun and Time by reading the D29. This is a time where we read bedtime stories to your home.
We hope you loved our authentic jingle created by the PS95's production team, Jason Jean and Deborah Jean, performing arts instructor. Vocals by the PS95 Student Harmony Choir and Yvette Torres. Music director as well as Miss Antoinette Glasgow. Dance choreographer.
Also, the rapping lyrics we brought to you by Deborah Jean. A big shout out to the administrative team at PS95, Principal Kim Hill, Miss Williams, and Miss Fennell for their leadership and for supporting District 29's Literacy Initiative. It's a family affair here at District 29. My name is Ifani Umezoke.
And I'm Maria Tom.
We are from District 29, the district that shines. We are students from PS181's Blazer TV, where Dr. Lisette Olivo is our principal.
We will be your Sailing in Time hosts this Sunday. This is a time where District 29 joins you and your families as we bring literacy to your homes. We bring guest readers to you every Sunday at 7 p.m., except on holidays, under the leadership of our superintendent, Dr. Crystal Barnes. Our Sailing in Time reading series aligns with the Mayor and Chancellor's Literacy Initiative, New York City Reads, supporting bright starts in both futures.
And now we want to share our mystery words from this evening's book of choice. The mystery words are solar system and gravity. Let's take a moment to review the definitions.
The definition of solar system is a group of planets, moons, asteroids, and comets that orbit around a star called the Sun.
The definition of gravity is the force that pulls things toward each other.
Make sure you share the mystery words with your ELA teacher, noting that you joined Sailing in Time in District 29 on this date. We will see at the end of the month which school will win the prizes in celebration of being the school with the most students who tuned in this evening.
Also, please don't forget to answer the survey poll and scan the QR code that appears on the screen to add your name, grade, and school. It's really important.
I'm so excited to announce our guest reader for this evening. Tonight, our guest reader is Raquel Horn.
Raquel M. Horn is a best-selling children's book author, dedicated mother, and entrepreneur, renowned for inspiring young minds through her captivating stories and dynamic presentations. Her work ranging from intimate Zoom readings to vibrant in-person shows and musicals not only entertains but also stimulates the imagination of young readers. Raquel's passion for education and her innovative approach to storytelling makes her a beloved figure in the world of children's literature, encouraging children to explore, dream, and discover with each page turned and every show attended. We present to you this evening Raquel Horn.
Hi, friends. My name is Raquel M. Horn, and guess what? I am an author. And I am so excited to be here with you guys here today in Sailing Through Time. So what we're going to do is I have the opportunity to read you something so special. This is my dream come true. So my whole life, I had a dream. And my dream has always been to be an author. And you're probably asking, why is that her dream? Like she could do anything. An author, because I had a hard time reading and writing until I was about in the third grade. I had something called dyslexia. and words seemed to flip forwards and backwards, and they would move around on the page for me. And I just had the hardest time focusing. So nobody would ever call on me. No teachers would ever call on me. All my friends laughed at me. They weren't my friends, really. Everybody laughed at me when I got called to answer questions. So all I ever wanted to do was to be able to read my book and share my story with everybody and have everybody paying attention and listening to me. So I decided to become an author. And I worked really hard to try and get over my dyslexia, to learn past it. I worked with my dad every single day. I would stay up super duper late, but I accomplished my dream, and I'm here to share it with you today. My book is called Dusko Goes to Space, and it is about my son, Dusko. If you can look, you can see a little picture of baby Dusko. That's when he was a lot smaller. He's 3 years old now. But I have always loved space. And if you see me here, that's a little picture of me and me in a space costume that my dad made. And guess what? I'm in a space costume here today because we're going to be learning about space, and we're all going to be astronauts together. And then over here are pictures of me going to this place called Space Camp. It was so cool. I got to spend a whole week away from my family, make new friends, and I got to learn to work as a team to simulate space flight. So much fun. I went to Huntsville, Alabama. I got to see spaceships and lots of rockets. It was amazing. But before we get started, I always start off with affirmations. So we're going to do one affirmation here before we get started. And these are something we always say to ourselves to remind ourselves of how important we are and how amazing we are before we get started. I always say it to anyone that's going by. I say it, Dusko and I say it to the mirror. So the most important thing is that you can say it to anyone. You can say it to your dog, your cat, your mom, your dad, your caregiver, anyone. But the most important thing is to say it to yourself. So, okay, we'll do one right now. I am confident. Can you guys repeat it after me? Ready? Go. Yay, good job. Okay, you guys did a great job. Are you guys ready to read the book? Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to fast forward, and we are going to read the book together. So the book's theme is dreaming. And a theme is what the book is about. So as we're dreaming, I want you guys to think about what your dream is. And you'll understand what Dusko's dream is in this book. So think about what your dream is. Sometimes people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? That's a dream. But a dream can also be like, what's that birthday present I wanted? Or what's that gift I wanted to get? Or what do I want to do next weekend? It's about thinking and manifesting and making something happen that you want. So Dusko's dream is to go to space. Are you ready to take this dream with him? Are you ready? All right, let's go.
Apple Fish Kids.
Dusko Goes to Space. Written by Raquel M. Horn and illustrated by Alana Grace Carroll. Dedicated to my firstborn Dusko and to the man who always pushes me to the stars. What amazing adventures are we going to have today? Dusko asked his best friend Governor. Getting up with a large smile, Dusko walks over to brush his teeth. While brushing his rocket ship toothbrush, he then into outer space. Then all of a sudden, boom! He knows what he wants to do. He calls his furry best friend Governor. We're going to space today! Excitedly, Dusko tells his mom all about his plan while he makes sure he has a healthy breakfast for his journey. Overhearing his plan, his big sister immediately asks, "Well, how are you going to get to space, superstar?" Well, Dusko hasn't figured it out yet, and her question stops him in his tracks. He begins to feel a little discouraged. But that's when Dad comes in. Son, don't ever let anyone stop you from reaching loves you.
Which person is here?
There's a big box in the garage. The next thing you know, Dusko and Governor race to the garage to get the box. Dragging the box through the house and into his room, they begin to build the station. Little page here. Some buttons there. Finally, they attached the rocket engines and put on their spacesuits. As soon as Dusko and Governor step inside, they are immediately transformed. This is the space they created together, and no one can destroy it. Enthusiastically, they begin the countdown. Can you guys help me? You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off they go. First, you can see Earth. Color, and then they start to accelerate past the moon and speed up to Mars. Dusko says Mars is the red planet. It is the most similar to Earth, but we can't breathe the air because there's not enough oxygen there. Next they whirl over the asteroid belt, making sure not to hit anything. Dusko suddenly shouts to Governor, "Oh, it's a good thing I'm such a great pilot." Clearing the asteroid belt, they see the gas giant of Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and it has big swirling clouds that cover the entire surface. Look at massive thunderstorms are happening all the time. Dusko then turns to Governor and tells him it has the most interesting Europa and Io. Europa, Dusko explains, is like a sheet of ice. This makes them both really thirsty. As they take sips of water, they're on the path. Io is another cool moon with massive volcanoes and thick atmosphere. Next, they see Saturn. Ooh, look at the beautiful rings, Dusko says, and points to the Governor. Governor Rubus is Then they see Titan with strange oceans and big clouds. Dusko tells Governor that is the biggest in our solar They pass Titan, starts to get really cold as they near Uranus. Uranus is the oldest planet in our solar system. They also look on its side, so its north and south poles are not like ours. Now it's really cold, and you can barely see the big blue ball of Neptune. Governor's laughing first because they are getting excited. Beyond Neptune are the dwarf planets Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. But we don't have time for that today because the snacks that Mom made are all gone. Time to start heading back. Dusko and Governor start to accelerate towards grabbing hold of the center of the solar system. Oh my gosh, the sun is so hot. It is our star at the center of the solar system, and we all feel its heat and light every day around us. The sun is looking closer as they swing around the backside. This is the home stretch as they approach Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Its crater surface is similar to our moon. Whoa! Finally, they've reached the last planet on their journey. It's similar in size to Earth, but it's that rotates. Upon landing, Dusko hears his mom call to him, "Dinner's ready!" At the table, he is so excited to share with his family members. He tells his family all about the planets and their moons. Sister did not seem to believe him until he shows her his
Raquel M. Horn, for reading to our D29 scholars.
What made you want to start writing stories, and what do you like best about it?
What do I like best? Honestly, I like reading my stories to everybody else because I struggled so much in school. I had a lot of people that said that I wouldn't even graduate high school to even graduate college. So being able to read my stories aloud and have students listen to my stories is just, I don't know, it takes me back in time. It takes me back to the time where I felt super discouraged. So that's the best feeling. And being able to share my experiences with my son, and it's turned into a whole family experience. So he comes, we just did a show in Jekyll Island in Brunswick, Georgia, and the mayor was there, the congresswoman, we had so many people from the town come out, and just to believe, and it was for over 500 students, and I've done another one that was for over 1,500 students. And just being able to share my story with so many kids all over the country has just been so rewarding. And to be able to instill the idea of dreaming and making sure that you're still dreaming, and to always ask everybody around you if they're dreaming. And this is the selfish dream. This is a dream that you want for yourself, because you can't make anybody else's dream come true if you can't make your own dream. And that comes from parents and adults and faculty and teachers and students. So they can't help make their students' dreams come true if the students don't see them achieving their dreams, because they won't listen to you.
When you write about characters, do you ever make them like people you know? Can you tell us about one?
Well, I'll tell you this. I know when I wrote this story, my brother seemed to think that he was Dusko and I was the big sister. So, I mean, it definitely has some similarities. I know I can sometimes be the antagonist in this story, and I can be the person that will doubt somebody's dream, but I have to catch myself, and I have to remember, like, this is somebody's dreaming right now. We can deal with the negative stuff later. Let somebody have their thought. Let somebody have their moment. I've also been in Dusko's shoes back when I was a kid and reading aloud to the class and everybody laughing at me. And that I was Dusko then. So I was very discouraged, like coming back home and all my friends being able to whip through homework in no time, but me staying up till midnight, 1 o'clock, just to get through reading my math problems or doing my homework on my own, just so I could turn it in like the rest of my class. So yeah, I definitely relate to these characters so much, and hopefully a lot of students do. This is a blended family. So if you notice in the beginning, it says to my firstborn, but then he has a sister. One of my favorite times I went to a school, a second grader asked me that question. She was like, I thought you said this is your firstborn, but he has a sister. It's because we're a blended family. So that's his half sister. And we're a mixed family. So I'm Puerto Rican and my husband is Black. So Dusko is a very mixed baby. And we have lots of dogs. Governor is not the only one.
Do you have any special things you do before writing, like wearing lucky socks or listening to music?
I have to try and be as creative as possible. So, and it's like creating all of my senses, trying to so your brain is a muscle and you have to keep working at it. So like making sure I'm constantly reading and exercising my brain in that sense. I like to put music on that I like to hear, and I like the good smells around me, things that smell right. I like videos playing, like even on mute, that just are inspiring. I like to be feeling really good. Maybe I'll exercise. I just like to, I just like to feel really confident and really happy about things, especially. So I'm writing the third book now. The second book is coming out. It's Dusko Goes to Sea. And so that's already coming out, and it's coming out this beginning of the next school year. So I've been studying a lot about the center of the earth. You guys are the first to know it's about the center of the earth. But anyway, so I've been learning all about certain things like that, and just really diving into the research. So it's been a lot of fun. It's like I'm learning about the different layers of the earth and all the things where everything comes from and different elements and how that makes it apart. I want this to be like sneaky learning. So you're having fun reading the book, but you're also getting to learn a lot.
What's your favorite part about creating a story? Is it coming up with characters, imagining worlds, or something else?
So for the next book, we'll talk about C. I wanted to showcase. So we talked about space, and because there's no bigger infinite thing than space, right? So I wanted your dreams to be infinite. I wanted Dusko's first ideas of dreams to be infinite. There's no cap on your dreams. So my favorite line from my husband, I'll steal it from him, is to don't dream cheap, because dreams don't cost any money. So don't dream cheap. Dream the most expensive dream possible. Okay. And that's the deal. So the next book, we went to space. So now we're going to sea, which is a lot of it is unexplored. So we're just going and learning about the different major oceans, and we're learning about how maps work and using a compass and charting and certain things like that, because I know in third grade, that's when charts start coming out and for testing. So learning a pie chart and certain things like that, trying to sneak those in so that you can relate. Cause that's how I learned, is like, in order for me to learn like chemistry, I needed to bake. I needed to understand physically do things. So I'm a physical learner. So if you're going to explain something, me reading it on a paper, I'm not going to get it. But if you show me it, if you cook with me and I get to use my hands, and I really learn it. So I wanted to kind of bring my books to life like that. So Dusko's learning about the ocean by experiencing the ocean, meeting endangered animals and learning about pollution and certain things like that, because he's actually experiencing those things in the real world.
When you finish writing a story, how do you feel? Do you celebrate? Do you start thinking about your next adventure right away?
No, that's the hardest part. Okay, writing the story is the funnest part, but then the hardest part is actually putting it out. So and that's one thing that Damon and I teach a lot of students is, especially in the high schools, is now you have this idea, now you have this movie, you have this book, but how are you going to monetize it? How are you going to make it make money for you forever? So I wanted to write a book so that it was Dusko's legacy, something that would be able to make him money, make his children's money, make his grandkids money for years on end. So I go on tour. I'm doing things like being here with you guys here, spreading the word. I have to constantly promote it. I'm constantly putting it out there. I'm constantly talking to the people about it. Oh, can I go get my newspaper? I was just on the front page of the newspaper. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. We're back. Oh, and I brought a special guest. This is Dusko. Say hi. Hi. And guess what book I was reading? Was I reading your book? What is your book called? Yes, it is. And what's your favorite planet?
The favorite planet is Saturn.
Saturn? Okay, I like it. So here we are. This was like 2 days ago. And we made the front page of the newspaper. Yeah, so doing things like that. And that one was a really cool show. We got a band. We have a full album coming out that's got 9 songs on it. We're working on making a movie. So it's a full thing. So once you have a really awesome creative idea, that's when the work starts, because then you have to promote it. So a movie doesn't just come out after they shoot it. They have to promote it. They have to put it out. They have to get it in theaters. Then they got to put it on DVDs. And not DVDs anymore. They got to put it on Netflix. They got to put it on iTunes and all these other places. So that's what I have to say. And then, I have like coloring books and other ancillary things, making merch for it, making other things like that. So yes.
Thank you for reading to us tonight. Would you like to have some closing remarks?
I just want to say thank you so much for District 29, for sailing in time with District 29, and to Dr. Bonds, like James Bonds. I love that. So that's amazing. And that's actually where Dusko gets his name. So long. other story another time, but I hope to see you guys soon. And thank you again for letting me share my story with you. And oh, look at Dusko. He's literally in his box right there. He is the character. Say hi. Where are you going? Where are you going on an adventure? Which adventure? Where are you going? Are you going to space? Okay, well, Dusko's going on an adventure, and that means it's our cue to leave. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Great day, morning, whatever it is. Hope you have wonderful, and make sure to dream big.
Thank you, scholars and families, for joining us for Sailing Time by reading in D29.
Scholars, please do not forget to scan the QR code to enter your name, grade, and school.
Thank you to all, and have a good night. Hey.